Hello? 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 We hear you, John. We hear you, John. Well, why did he say we can't hear me, that motherfucker? Just a second. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear now, man. What the fuck's going on? We hear you just fine. That Dave 25 is trying to fuck with my channel. Anyway, what I'm saying is there's about five or six, not five or six, there's like two or three weirdos. That Barbie girl is going around like we're having something going on or something. Yeah, he's trying to keep coming up to fuck with my sound. This Barbie girl's like, oh, call me later, sweetie, and all this, like on live streams to give the illusion like something's going on between us, and there's nothing going on. We don't even talk or anything. You know what I mean? It's like one text. That was it. It's like she's trying to give this illusion like, oh, something's going on or whatever. Like, real weird, man. These fucking people, they're sick. Dave 25 is sick. She does that to everyone, then trolls them. Yeah, she tried to give the illusion like, oh, honey, I'll talk to you later, and like, what the fuck? Talk to me later. I mean, and there's no talking later or nothing. It's weird. It's some weird shit. Some psychological weird bullshit. Like that's gonna cramp my style if they think I'm fucking with that fucking woman, you know? Was my sound fucked up earlier? She does that to everyone and trolls them. You mean the whole time I was talking with my sound fucked up? Look, Dave 25, Bergs, Mark Terry, they're not coming around here anymore. No audio that whole fucking time. Dave 25 trying to come up 10 times straight and he fucked my audio up. And I got this other woman. I'm not going to tell you who. She thinks I'm her fucking guidance counselor or something about her marriage, about her fucking her relationship problems. And it's not seasons, like breaking up, back together. I mean, the same thing. I mean, I did that shit when I was fucking a kid. You know what I mean? Breaking up, getting back together. I mean, we're talking fucking adults here, and they're still doing the same kind of bullshit. And Oda May is very sweet. Oda May is a very, very sweet woman. I like Oda May. But some of these other ones are whacked out, man. Jeffrey Peggle, they're whacked out. I mean, they're really whacked out. Yeah, Dave 25 came up here just to fuck with my audio. I'm gonna fuck with your face, dude. You had enough chances with me. Play your little stupid game somewhere else. I can't believe, Misfit. I was talking for 30 minutes without any audio, and nobody said a fucking thing to me. 30 fucking minutes I was talking without audio because Dave 25, that weirdo, fuck with my audio trying to come up. I'm done. I gave him so many chances, Misfit. You heard him the other night using all that N words and all that on my stream, fucking my stream up. I had to delete it because you're like, John, you can get struck. This is what this asshole does, man. He has no respect for anybody or anything. And I told him not to do it, and he kept doing it anyway. So his punishment is I'm not dealing with him anymore. I don't want to deal with these people privately. And Bergs, if you have something to say, you come up here on stream. I don't want to hear from you privately. I don't want to hear from Dave 25 at all. Mark Terry, I don't want to hear from you at all. I don't want to hear from Dave 25 at all. And Bergs, if you have anything to say, you come up on stream and say. I'm not going to your channel. I may watch, but I'm not typing in it. I'm not doing anything. I'm done. I'm taking the trash out. Taking the trash out. To build a better channel, first you got to take the trash out. With anything, you got to get rid of the trash. If you don't get rid of the trash, it's a step in the wrong direction. You got to figure out what the trash is. And I just named three trash. The three biggest pieces of trash were right there. What I mentioned. That's not the real Bergs. That's the beggars. Bergs Bergs is blocked. I think somebody blocked him. It really pissed me off. I spent 35 minutes without talking in the thin air, and I was wondering why nobody's fucking commenting or anything. I'm like, where's Cat Black at? Misfit, I'm tired of these motherfuckers, man. 30 in the box. Misfit, there's some fucking weird women out here too, man. I just found out. I ran into like 3 women that are just fucking weird. Maybe 4. Since Lolly died on YouTube, I had like brief conversations with like 3 or 4 YouTubers that reached out to me, and they're fucking weird, man. They're fucking weird. And I'm not going to tell you who they all are, but I'll tell you one of them. This Barbie girl's going around like, "Oh, call me later, sweetheart," on the phone and all that, like insinuating to people like we're involved or something when we're not. And then and then and I barely even talked to her. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, they were at Tina's last night. Who was? Well, they had to go there. Where else are they going to go? Where else are they going to go? But let me tell you something. We're going to head out for a while. I'm going to tell you that Dave 25 is really an evil prick. He's not as dumb as you think, that Dave 25. He's behind a lot of shit. Yeah, I'm done with them, man. I don't need them. Again, don't you know they and Noodles don't know it yet, but he has to go back to court again. Noodles got another court date to go back to court. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I thought I was done with this bullshit with these people, and I gotta go. I gotta go back again with Noodles again. Dave and Cat Black are seeing each other. No, they're not. She don't want. She don't want. She don't want Dave 25. He's a weirdo, man. See, Big Steve, what's going on, man? If anybody sees Dave 25 in here, block his ass. I think he's already blocked, but fucking my audio up, you cock. 33 in the box. We're out driving. I'm going to get a cup of coffee, folks. What do you think? With plenty of sugar. I don't drink sugar, with plenty of cream. I need to stop at Dunkin'. Harvey De Niro's thing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Harley. Harvey. That means a lot. Lolly would have Appreciated that. Yeah, Lolly, poor Lolly, I'll tell you. Poor Lolly. I'm trying to be friends with some of these people that didn't get along with Lolly because, you know, like Seasons and Noodles and all them. I'm trying to be friends with them because, but I'll tell you, some of these other people like Dave 25 and Bergs, there's no turning back with these motherfuckers, man. I know best tennis player. Yeah, I missed her today. That's for sure. I was driving around. I was driving around and kind of like down in the dumps. I wasn't streaming. I was just driving around, like feeling like really like Lolly was the best. Yeah, I miss her. I miss her. Lonely nights isn't fun. I'll tell you that. Seasons and MJ are cockroaches. I can't believe you're trying to be friendly with them. Well, MJ is a cockroach. Seasons isn't that bad. I think MJ is worse. Let me tell you something about MJ. You want to know something, best tennis player? MJ has been flirting with me for a year. Flirting with me for a year. Okay? And yeah, I flirt back. I flirt back. Maybe I do more flirting than anything, but what's weird about it is if you ever want to have somebody to talk to, like just to talk to or something, like don't rely on MJ, I'll tell you that. MJ's all for MJ. I mean, on Twitter and all that kind of shit, MJ likes to troll and play her little games and flirt around and all that. But I mean, if you want any kind of like in depth, you can never be in depth with any in debt, not in debt, but like any kind of deep kind of like if you really had a problem, you wouldn't want to go to MJ. That's for sure. Or if you're really upset about somebody's death, you wouldn't go to law. Everything's a big joke to MJ. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. Everything's a big troll and all that. Ha ha he. We don't advertise around here for that. But with MJ, everything's a big joke. And another thing, her and others like her, they'll talk to you, and they'll just disappear for 2 weeks. You won't hear from them, and then they'll resurface for like another week. Oh hi, how you doing for a week, and then they disappear again for another week. It's like the strangest thing I ever heard of, man. It's like fucking weird shit. I guess it's a YouTube thing or something. But I tried to be NJ's friend, and MJ, I mean nothing against her. It's just that she has a terrible personality, man. She's a very bad personality. Very, very fickle, very, very fake. She has a fake personality to her. Like, I mean, what are you going to do? You can't change it. That's just how she is. But I'm just saying. I find it disturbing. I find the actions of some of these people very disturbing. That how fucked up in the head they are. And then that Nicolina. Oh, she'll come up on my panel. You know what I mean? Like she'll come up like sometimes a co-host. She said So then I don't know. I did something like a face with a fucking a kissy thing or something. Oh, respect my boundaries that I'm married. Respect my boundaries, she said. Something fucking out of this fucking thing. Respect my boundaries. Get the fuck out of here, man. With your fucking, your fucking, your spew. You know what I mean? Like a spew. Like you're some fucking kind of angel or something. Respect my marriage boundaries. In the meantime, this fucking guy is one of the ugliest looking. Look, I don't want. I respect your marriage. I respect, everything about you. But don't come around acting like you have some kind of fucking prize, Nicolina. I seen what that guy looks like. How that's probably why you're a mean, nasty person underneath. I seen what that guy looked like, Nicolina. He's a very, very ugly, very unattractive man, grossly overweight with a red hair, a red face, like he needs, like an alcoholic. And this is a guy you're trying to put on a pedestal, like he's something special. I mean, again, I respect your marriage, I respect whatever or whatever, but don't take your bitterness out on me because you're a very, very bitter person, very bitter. Just like Leo, you're in the same category as Leo, as being a very, very bitter, unhappy person. I mean, I didn't put yourselves in these situations. You put yourself in them. You picked them. I mean, fuck. Don't get defensive on me. You know what I mean? That's my nature to be fucking kind of cute and gitterish and all that kind of stuff. I send hearts and everything to a lot of people. I mean, it's just the way, I'm an affectionate person. Don't try to act like you're something you're not to me. And don't ever think you might be able to get over on PDX or JMac in a verbal confrontation. You're not going to do that to me. I won't let you do that to me. I'm not a cuck like you're used to. Nicolina. You're used to surrounding yourself around a bunch of cucks. Just like fucking Blazing Leo. You won't get away with that with me. Saying that. So don't try to insult me and fucking you fucking psychopaths. I call this shit right out. You might try to play your psychological games and get away with it with other people. It don't work with me. And at the end of the day, that's all it is a psychological game. All right, Harvey, thanks. The sun is going down alone. I'm going to go in and get my coffee. I forgot my Trump hat. I'll be right back. I'm not. I'm not going over there anymore. My dinner right here. Almost done. explain it in a minute there. Hold on. See, I didn't know that German lady was all involved in the Botter thing. German lady and Botter used to have in-depth conversations. German lady actually helped groom the kid. That's what the rumor is out here. It's what Noodles is saying. It's what Seasons is saying. And I'm beginning to think of it. German lady is not in Germany. She's in the United States. And she is worried as hell of getting caught up in all this. She is worried as hell. That's why she's not coming around. She has her head ducked under in the sand. I'm exonerated. I'm completely innocent. But German lady, now it's your turn to get the scrutiny to this stuff. German. The worst thing you ever did was turn your back on me. That time. So the German lady is up to her neck in a lot of legal stuff. I mean, there's going to be court hearings, and I think we're finally going to get to see what the German lady is about. We're going to finally get a look at it and find out who he is, who she is, or he is, or whoever it is. She's not from Germany because Noodles nailed her to the cross in a debate. German lady, ever since you pulled that stunt with me and you turned your back on me, you become looking very weak in the eyes of the public. It was a major miscalculation. Somebody that claimed they're so loyal to somebody and so have their back to do that so quickly as you did, it's very shocking, disturbing, and unsettling, German lady. Very unsettling. For the average person to look at it, it doesn't look good for you. It never looked good. And you can backtrack now and you still try to throw my name under the bus. It don't work, German lady. I'm in the clear. Don't you understand it? But you're not. Because you acknowledged the kid was 15 years old. I never acknowledged that. The kid always told me he was 22, 23 years old. And and the proof is in writing, and also the police know that. But you boasted how he's a kid, and you still went and talked to him and tried to tell him what to do and go after Noodles and send fire trucks here and fire trucks there. That's what the general consensus is saying, German lady. And that is why you made the title, which best tennis player wanted an answer to why you were in the title. And I went over this, but I was muted. And yeah, I mean, German lady, I can't protect you anymore. You know, I can't protect you anymore. I mean, you're like the rest of them. You know, you dug your hole. You know, you dig a big enough hole, you're gonna fall into it. You dig a pit, you will fall into it, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, I can't protect you any longer, German lady. You try to throw me under the bus. Noodles, but you know I was part of that. And if Noodles got in trouble, I would have got in trouble. Telling Lolly all this stuff that I talked to Noodles, causing me to lose inheritance money, all kind of weird shit you did. And then you try to play victim. Oh, I'm not going to John's channel anymore because Noodles and Seasons are there. You know what you did, German lady. You belong with the likes of Poon Handler, Mark Terry, uh, Dave 25. You're in that category now, German lady. You're no longer in the upper rung of things, okay? You're no longer in the upper rung of things that go on. You're now cast down, you know. Your worth, your value has dropped. Because the one thing you had going for you is you always seemed like you were loyal. And when people found out you weren't as loyal as we all thought, you just turned into another character, German lady. Don't you understand? Just another character. No, Bergs, you're not getting unblocked. You're not unblocked. I'm sorry. I mean, if they time you out, they time you out. I'm sorry. And the only way you can talk is you're going to have to grab a link. The only way you're ever going to have be acknowledged is you're going to have to grab a link and come up here. And if you're not courteous, and if you're not courteous or respectful and use the N word, you're not even having that. Like Dave 25. Does it look like I need anybody? Yeah, but German lady, you know you were your own worst enemy, German lady. I mean, I never did nothing to you. What? Because I talked to Noodles over a court case. You went crazy. You went back crazy and got a hold of Botter and all this kind of stuff and started losing a kid and all this, trying to get him after me because I talked to Noodles over a court case. Are you that pathetic? I mean, nothing personal, but I got to say the facts of what's going on here. I mean, I was asked. I was asked my best tennis player, so I had to explain it. This is a question and answer thing, also. I mean, you know, and we know the situation where Bergs, okay, Bergs wants to have sex with my 24, but my 24. Bergs wants to have sex with my 19-year-old daughter. He wants to stick his cock in her. He writes numerous stuff. Oh, I'm gonna have sex with Rebecca. I hope Lolly burns in hell. He keeps saying that. So when I say, well, you want Lolly to burn in hell, I hope your dad burns in hell. Then he turns around like he's a victim and all this kind of stuff. You want to stay away from these people, you know? And Bergs, I got lists and lists and lists. Don't think I won't copy all this shit and send it to your police. Keep it up. Don't message me private. You want to talk? The time to talk is up here on stream. So I get the views. There's nothing to talk about privately with you, okay? There's nothing I want to even discuss. Unless you have a pussy. Unless you have a pussy, there's no reason why I want to talk to you privately and and the in a way that you want to talk to me privately. Okay, Bergs, over and over and over and over and over like a bitch in heat or something. You're like a bitch in heat. I mean, unless you're a good-looking blonde that comes equivalent with a pussy, I don't. I'm not investing time. You're not an investment in me. You creepy bastard. So, best tennis player. There's your answer. And it was a very good question, too. Next question. Check something out here. Show yourself, German ladies. The X Files. Here, I'll put a link in the chat again. Just a second. Guess. 30 in the box. There is the link. Hey, best tennis player, can you hear me all right? Or is my sound fucked up again? Hello? Angel R. I wish I could have engaged her more. She will be remembered. Yes. Yes, indeed. Lolly will be missed. What do you think about that, Bergs? There's people out there that miss Lolly. There's people out there that miss Lolly. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. There we go. There we go. You know, I talk about massage streams on YouTube. I start getting messages through Yelp and through emails. John, treat yourself to a massage here, there. Like I get advertisements. when I talk about it on YouTube, it's like they're selling my fucking bullshit. They're selling this shit or something. They're trying to. They're advertising for massages, trying to get me to go to a massage place. Ain't that motherfuckers, man? They're using your information. You're being watched. I am, at least. Or sexual or something. It says under Yelp. It says I got an advertisement that just came in here. Massage 30-minute massage, and it has a street, and it has a whole list of massages over here. Trying to advertise for it. Popped right up. I didn't go Googling this shit. They're taking what I'm saying here. That's pretty fucked up. And what I was saying about earlier about MJ is MJ is a very, very superficial person. Do you know what superficial means? There's no depth to her makeup. She's very superficial. She's she has no in-depth kind of personality. She's very fragile. Her ego is very fragile, and that explains a lot about her. That explains why she has broken broken relationships and her marriage is falling apart. She's very, very now whether she became that way or was made that way because of her abusive relationships, but she's a very fragile. I mean, she's not the kind of person you would want to go to if you had a real bad problem. You know what I mean? If somebody was to have a real bad problem or something, real serious problem, she's not the kind of person. You know, she's all ha ha he he. Oh, a very fragile kind of weird in a weird way. Like everything. She don't take nothing serious. Everything's all fucking joke. Everything's a big fucking joke. Her life, YouTube, all that. It's all fucking joke. And it makes her feel irrelevant by going around and doing the things she does. And that's exactly what she does. And same thing with a lot of these people. Yeah, they want to feel relevant, but if you want to feel relevant, go live, man. Go live on your channel or something. Stop trolling around. Get exposed like everybody else does and get attacked. Anyway, King Camillo right here about you over here. Any more questions? Question and answers while I'm here. You name that character and I'll give you a detailed or a troll. And I'll give you a detailed description of who that person is. And it looks like we're going to do a massage stream tonight. German lady's in hiding. German lady is getting a lawyer trying to figure out how she's going to get out of this mess that she put herself into, according to sources. German lady is not a very happy camper. She's on defensive. Anytime you go in defensive, you lost the battle, and that's exactly what you did. Oh, I didn't do anything. I covered my butt. I listened to what you had to say. And Blazing Leo, you're in the same category as a bitter woman, just like Nicolina. These are bitter people. Very bitter. Saying that, we're going to end this and we're going to go live a little bit later for a massage stream. Let the other losers, go around and 25 in a box.